Probably won't. No. Turn something on. Let me see if I want to start doing this. This might work. Okay. They don't have their own channel. God damn it. Here, I'll just put that on. But I'm just putting on some like just something on the TV, just sound. The music doesn't work. We've already been over this. So just putting something on. Putting something related to the video. To what we're doing. Alright. Alright. You know what we're doing tonight? If you see the title, everyone was excited for this last night. So I just, I kind of decided. I decided we're going to do it. We're doing this. Let me. I meant to grab something, but I forgot it. That's what I meant to grab. All right. This'll do. I forgot to grab one of the things when I was there, but I have a couple funny backstories about this specific chain. So I know everyone's excited. We're now in the room. The hot box is filled with delicious food. I actually opened it. I took a peek while I was there, just while I was putting everything in the box. I took a picture of the meal just to, document what it was like. Okay. I will say this box combo does come with a drink. It's done. I finished it on the way home, but it was good. I think Canes does one thing the absolute best, undeniable, like no debate in my mind, and that's the sweet tea. I think no restaurant can compete any nowhere close. At least that I've had. Maybe I'm just, wrong. Everybody's been excited for this. Let me get a whoa, quick little do something special for you though. I'm gonna do something special. Extra crispy because I wanted them to hold up, and they did. So I'm happy about that. But typically, and I know this because how do I know this? I know this because we used to have some Raising Cane's stories for you. We used to go here every Tuesday on my bike. And I used to pick up a caniac combo, the six pieces of a chicken. Crazy, 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 crazy. You might know what I'm doing. Maybe you don't. I thought you guys would think this is cool because another cool story about my equipment in the room is long, not a long time ago, but I was once leaving a Cane's and I saw something. It was near the car where I parked, and it was clean, nothing crazy. It was this tray. This is a Cane's platter. Funny enough. So I forgot to ask them for the liner or whatever, but if memory serves me correct, I present to you live from the room the box combo. So let's go. Hop in. I am excited. Here's a lot of food. Wow. This is honestly, let's be smart. Okay. I am a fan of Canes, and we are going to score this. We're going to give this an official review. But I do have to say this. Again, no limited time. It's simple. It's very basic. So it's very, sometimes you're in the mood for that. Sometimes you want, something a little more, a little more. So it's very, just personally, you might just really like quality food. And in my opinion, yes, this is quality food. But again, you have to consider it's just the same thing. It's never going to be something new. So let me get the little notepad. Okay. Marketing. Let's go. I want to kind of look at this. 1339, right? For this. But you have to kind of be technical because if I didn't get the extra toast because I got no coleslaw, extra fry, so I had to add the toast. I had to add 3 extra sauces because I didn't want to run out of sauce. You have to add stuff if you really, I mean, depends. Or you can get the caniac, but that's expensive too. So I'm gonna be real. The marketing, I'm gonna just give it a 7. It's very standard. It is standard. That's just it's
the same type of stuff you get everywhere else. And again, they don't really do different items, so you're not gonna get different. This is what you're gonna get from Cane's. This is very standard. But that is what that is. Smells like food. The toast is probably the thing that really gives off the most, with the butter. But we haven't even opened the sauce, so you know we'll get there. Smell, I'll give it an 8. Has just a good smell to it. Look, well, you see that? I really did get it pretty good on the presentation. I put the toast and the sauce on the wrong side, maybe. Maybe I don't know, but it looks good. I think the way they present it, it is a good looking. It's a good looking meal. So has everything, a little bit of everything. I'm gonna give it a 9. It looks great, especially with that toast. It kind of just pops. You don't really get there's no other item in fast food like the Texas toast from Cane's. I mean, I think Zaxby's has a Texas toast. A few other places have a toast, but it's unique. It's very unique. I had never tried it before Cane's, so it's unique. There's nothing else like it. Taste, feel, let's see. Finally, and again, cane sauce. Gotta get the cane. Oh, gotta get the cane sauce. Instinct, you stay well. I just need to eat. All right. Well, I actually was gonna show you guys a trick, but not just not possible today. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm very impressed based off of past experiences with cans when I would travel, pick it up, do my thing. Traveling with it is difficult. It's good. You can travel with it, but I'm very lucky that I have my hot box. I'm very, you know, there's things that go into it. You really need to make sure you get to it quick. There used to be when I started driving, and then I go to Canes. So I think, before when I biked, you know, I wasn't driving yet, and I started driving, and I could, then I could go to Canes. Even then, I'd get the Canes, and I'd just eat it in the car. I really think there's no better way to eat Canes than as soon as possible. But this, if you order your meal extra crispy, it's a great way to travel because it traveled really good here. This is still crispy. This chicken is phenomenal, I think. A lot of people say Cane's, no flavoring, this, and that. My whole thing with Cane's is this. They do what they say they're out to do. I'm listening to, I'm sitting here, I have Todd Graves on the TV. He says it all the time. Quality chicken fingers. Like that's like that's the whole thing with Cane's. That's their that's their game. That's what they want to do. That's what they set out to do. To, provide the, people, whoever, wherever they're operating with quality chicken finger meals. That's their whole thing. So I think they do that. I think they do it very well. I think this is definitely, one of the more. Is it the most flavorful? Like, you can't get spicy things like that, but that's not what I think what their game is. I think what their game is again quality. This toast, it's a great piece of bread. You're not really getting like crazy flavors. You're not gonna get like a Korean barbecue menu from Cane's, but what you're gonna get is, what they say they're gonna give you, and that's, quality chicken finger meals. So shout out to Cane's for this. This is good. I would normally here's how you do it. I'm forgetting. I'm being forgetful. You don't do the long, you do like the slider. Duh. Great. That is great. I did miss you. BK or Wendy's? I will not comment at this time. This is pretty damn good. It reminds me of when I used to go, which is good, which means they're, getting back to it for a little bit. Not gonna lie. I was thinking, I would come on here and I would say, I feel like their quality's kind of slipped a little bit. The size kind of, it's starting to shrink. These were good. This is good. Like I said, I'm impressed. It's a great box. I've said it before. I'm all about the boxed meals. And I love that, their name for this meal is so simple, the box combo. It's the box. It's all about the box. Now, I think it's kind of funny because it's a box combo, but when you get it for here, it's, again, it's served on a circle, and it's not a box. But when you get it to go, it's in that, you know, whoa, sorry, it's in that perfect, you know, great little toast, which is good. But the one problem with those cases, in my opinion, is, and that's why I think it was so important to get extra crispy. It will kind of start to peel. It like you know what I mean? Starts to just lose its quality really quick. The moisture, like whatever condensation, I don't know what causes that in the chicken, but the moving around in the car and just the temperature and just everything rubbing together and just kind of rattling around. You'll get home and it's like, there's tons of spots on it. It's like, there's not like much breading left because it's all, fallen off. But this was great. You see them. They look phenomenal. They look like I just got them. And I did, but took me a little, 20 minutes to get home. So, and it looks phenomenal. So, a lot of credit there. A lot of credit there. I'm gonna get another pair of gloves. It's a great dude. I've actually been around him once before. I went to an event. Unfortunately, it wasn't a thing I could record, but that was cool. Sabrina, how have you been? Well, drop it. Oh, you dropped it. Right. Part of me wants to do another one of those little slider things, but I'm gonna be real. This is pretty good. That was just good eating a tender alone. Mm. Mm-hmm. This is good. This is surprisingly like 10 times better than than I remember it being because I thought it was starting to go downhill. Mm. Definitely definitely earned my love back. We're gonna be here a little more than we normally do. They don't do tons of deals, but if you walk in to one of those stores, you can ask for a Caniac Club card. Are you sure it's called? I have one over there, and it's like it's not a it's they don't have like rewards or points or anything, but they just like it tracks how many visits you've gone. Sometimes they'll do like sweepstakes, and it's like if you go put in an order with your account, like you're entered in things like that. But it's worth it because sometimes I think once you sign up, I think you get a free box. Maybe I think you do. You used to, but I'm like Mother's Day, Father's Day, like certain holidays, they'll do like a buy one get one. They did like a one year on Halloween. They did like a kids meal. I remember just stopping by getting a kids meal one year. So they do stuff. You just have to kind of look out for those. They're kind of because it's not like a point thing. You just kind of have to go on the specific day. But even then, it's just a good meal. Again, you're not gonna get a new sauce from them. You're not gonna get it. It can definitely it can definitely get you could definitely get sick of it. I could see that. If you went here like 7 days in a row, it would get kinda like, "What do I do?" Because all the food is the same. They don't do anything crazy. They don't have like a chicken finger burrito or something on their menu, excuse me. But it's a very simple restaurant. So if you're into that, I feel like you'd really like Raising Cane's. You might not though. You might just, really like something special. You might like, you might like tons of options. Fast food collector? Yes. Yes, I am. It is great sauce. The one thing that surprises me with their growth is how and I've seen them do it in store. So, and I'm surprised I've seen them do it. Because sometimes they have like, no, some of the chains have like big, it's a big no-no. You can't let them see it. But the sauce is not in a, pre-packaged. It's not, you know what I mean? It's not in a, it doesn't come in a box already packaged. I go in there and I always see them pumping the sauce, which is very, very interesting to me. And I think I don't think they're gonna, it's their motto. It's built in. We're not gonna get a package because if they did, it might not be the same. It might be, slight differences in the, quality of the sauce. This is fresh. It's a great sauce. And I mean, if they're pumping it, right? I could only assume it's fresh. I'd love to see labels. I'd love to, but it seems like it's just made. So it says in the app, made every day. When I went to go get the, 3 extra sauces, has a little description there. And that's what you want to see. It's a very, again, quality. It's just quality. Special, I will, that's a different conversation. that we can maybe we can have it now, but that's not the point. Point is, you like food, you want just a good meal. I recommend it. Maybe the last toast was a little much, but it's good. Now I'm gonna be full. Now, for anyone keeping track, we have one more. We actually do have one more box combo card. Obviously, I'm not gonna eat two, but we do have it. So in the next few days, we'll go again, which sounds crazy, but it's gonna be good. This was great. So I'm very happy with it. I don't know who's still here. I don't know how much you can hear the TV or not. Probably can't, but this is good. This was good. For the taste on this whole thing, and I think the box combo, we normally rank items, right? One item. We don't always rank meals, but I consider the box combo to really be just the meal. It's an item. It comes as one. Does that make sense? I think a lot of people do the no slaw, the no coleslaw thing, but I think the chicken, the fries, the toast, the sauce, I think these are just, that's Cane's. If you have like a finger from Cane's, like if you walk in and just get like three chicken fingers, right? Then you just eat three chicken fingers, like you're missing some of the components. So like you're getting, it's a good chicken finger, but like for me to really like get the Cane's experience, you need all of those things. Chicken, the fries, the toast, the sauce, maybe the sweet tea. It's a meal. I'm damn happy with it for sure. So I'll have one more. I'm gonna have an extra one. Give it to one of you guys if you were here, but I don't know how long it lasts. I give him credit. This is good. I feel like I've had it. The one thing with what I said, it's not prepackaged. They're making it. One thing that's going to result in is, I mean, obviously think about it. Sometimes, not every time. I've only, I've been to Canes multiple times. You've heard my, Tuesday stories. For a while, I went every Tuesday. So a couple times, it's just you won't. You'll go. You might notice maybe it's not mixed in enough. Maybe you need to kind of like mix it in a little more. But because it's a sauce, they make it. There's all these ingredients and it's a sauce. So, you know, that's one thing, but you can, take a couple extra steps to, like I said, mix it, get a fry, just mix it for an extra, But this is what this is what's supposed to be. This is like perfect cane sauce. I like the idea. The gloves. It's just grease. Your hands get greasy, and then if I want to grab the foam, then my hands are all greasy. Just feels like smart preparation to to use the gloves because then I'm gonna want to grab the phone, all this, and that. Oh yeah. Hell yeah. Shout out to Bryce. What am I trying next? I do have a score for all that. Next, I mean, tomorrow we're gonna have a few different things, but I don't know. I don't know next. What the new thing is next. I have a couple things we've had before, but I want to. Really don't know. Honestly, I'm gonna put up a poll. I think that's the best thing to do. There's a couple ideas I have, but I don't like at this moment. I don't have like a place that's like, okay, I gotta go there next, which is interesting. But we'll get it. We'll get some. Listening to the founder of Raising Cane's the interview. I've listened to some of his interviews before, but he's pretty much talking about his relentless mindset just to better the product and the brand and to never sell. He never wants to sell it. That's one thing I think is always like, this is Cane's and this is really good. So again, it's nothing. It's nothing special in the sense of, it's just chicken fingers, right? But it's special in the sense that it's quality. It's great. It's one of the better chicken fingers you'll find. Because, where else does them like that? Most of them are, they pull them out of the bag already, frozen, pre-breaded, just, nasty. So this was great. This was great. One more time. I gotta I gotta give them I've come on here a few times now and I've said, kind of quality. No, this was I want to do a sandwich combo. I want to do a sandwich review soon. That's what I want to do soon. I want to go back to this location. This one was good. This one's very impressive too. I've actually from told you guys before. I have a couple, I know some people, some places. One of the, places happens to be Canes and I can tell you the location I went to today is actually one of their like it's a big location for them. So to really see, you really get to experience the brand at its best because they're really, quality is really important over there. So there is a closer one. There is a closer Canes to me, but I drove a little further for the farther one because I wanted to get that quality, just perfect experience. I've been to the other one, it's good, but again, I've told you before, like, I've been once in the sauce, wasn't completely mixed, things like that. You notice these things. So, hey, we went. Tonight was the night we did our review, and they passed. They did well. Let me fully score them. Taste. I'm gonna give the Canes taste, the flavors, the peppery sauce, quality chicken, the toast. I'm gonna give it a 9. I'm gonna give it a 9. It's just a great flavor profile. Again, I consider the box to be like one whole thing. You saw what I did. You grab the toast, you put some sauce on, you put some fries on top of the sauce, then you put the chicken finger on, and you fold it. You make a little, you make a slider. It's you do Canes your own way. You do Canes your own way, and sometimes you even they do have a secret sauce. Cane's is the, special sauce, but they have a secret sauce. It's honey mustard. They actually didn't have any when I was there. That sucked, but that's pretty good too. That's a really good sauce too. So, and that completely changes the vibe. Totally changes the vibe because you're used to Cane's, Cane sauce. When you throw honey mustard in the mix, you're like, whoa, what is this? Like, it's hard to, again, it's such a simple meal. It's hard to like freshen it up. It does, you're never gonna really get something new, but that's a way to make it new. Ask for honey mustard if you've never had it before. It's a little trick right there, and it's damn good. I recommend it on certain things, and then I recommend the cane sauce for other things. That's why I like to get both. But again, they didn't have it, so unfortunate, but all right. Feel, feel. Real. Even with the price, even I can see I can see why someone would pick Cane's. Someone who maybe doesn't eat fast food all the time, but just, like just a casual, like a casual fan of junk food. Maybe not even fast food, just kind of like, oh, I want chicken fingers. Okay, so I'll go to Cane's once a week. Maybe my cheat day, every Tuesday I'll go to Cane's. For a little bit, this is actually what I did. I didn't eat, I ate fast food, but I didn't eat fried foods at all. I actually was very good about limiting myself on the fried foods. And I only did it once a week, and it was Tuesday, and it was when I went to Cane's. And it's a good food. It's good food. And that's what I feel about it after eating it. The price is, again, 7 out of 10. Marketing's kind of, it's iffy with this for sure. It's not the best pricing in the world, but it's nice. Sometimes you can get you can get a deal, Caniac Club, whatever. But at the end of the day, it's still quality. At the end of the day, it still has that great flavor. At the end of the day, it's still one of the, like I said, one of the best chicken fingers on the market. Especially if you do it like that, extra crispy. That was great. So price, mm, I'm gonna be honest. Realistically, the feel would be an 8 if this wasn't such a rebound experience in my view for Canes. Again, I've been on here before. I've said recently I think they're just kind of, slipping a little bit. This to me was like a bounce back experience. And I kind of I give them a little bump on that. I'm going to give them a 9 on the field for the box combo. I'm going to give it a 9. I really I would get this again, and we are going to get it again in the next few nights. We have another free box combo card, and I'm gonna hopefully get a honey mustard. But it's just quality. It's just good chicken. Just a good meal. The fries, maybe that's the one thing. I think the fries were, but I came home and it took me a while to drive. So that's what I mean. Like in the box, it kind of the temperature, it just kind of gets to the food a little. But the one thing that would have been perfect is we've been to Shake Shack recently, and you've seen those crinkle cut fries. They're the same style of fry, so it's a great thing to compare. Shake Shack does the crinkle cut fries, way better. If Cane's had Shake Shack's crinkle cuts, they would be they would be top notch. They would be top notch. I think they are. I mean, again, they are top notch. They are really good, but they would be like it would be really hard for me to not give it like straight nines. Have you ever considered getting the hot bag that traps the temp in it? Like this? So yeah, even says hot on it. But I highly recommend that too. Like if you wanna up your fast food game, if you wanna up the if you're taking food home, it does ensure better quality. If I wouldn't have had this on the way home, it would be kinda the tenders wouldn't have been nearly as, good looking as they were. Hand warmers? I don't know about that. I don't need hand warmers. This was good. Thinking of what we're gonna do now. I have to look that up. Queen of fast food. The menu hasn't changed, but the menu, this menu has changed. Very interesting. Sorry, I'm watching stuff.
Talking about canes. Pretty cool. Raising Canes of Baton Rouge. Pretty cool. What are you guys feeling? We do have a a Dutch Bros drink in the fridge, so I'm gonna drink that, but I'm actually kind of full, obviously, after that. So, oh, there's a Chipotle across the street from the original Cane. That's interesting. Interesting to know. I do want to go here one day, but it's not. Again, it's like, but going to this location, like in Baton Rouge, like there's literally nothing special about it. The only thing special about it is it's the original location. Like it's the same food. It's the box combo. That's what we just ate. I'd like to think maybe you just get a sprinkle. You just get, just a touch. It's just a smidge. A very noticeable, very unnoticeable to the regular consumer, but like to some, if you've had if you've had over 20 of them, you know what I mean? Like if you've had your fair amount of experiences with box combos, like, and you go here and get one, I would like to think it's just gonna be like your regulars like right here. This thing's gonna be like right there, like just a smidge. Just a smidge. You taste the fryer, you taste the the equipment if you get if that makes any sense. The oil, which is all bad, it's all bad food. But these are factors, it's the same reason the McDonald's apple pie beat the Burger King pie in our test.
McDonald's pie had so much more, like I said, it had character to it. It had it just you could see it on the pie. Had the bubbles from the oil from the fryer. The Burger King pie is just, the way it's processed, it's just made to not really, none of that happens when you drop it in the fryer. So they pull it out, you know, oil, it's hot, but it doesn't look, it doesn't have the look, it doesn't have the flavor. It just, they're not frying it with other things. It just night and day. Have to go here at some point. And how on earth are we gonna get here? But cool place, pretty cool place. This just had amazing style and incredible talent. Amazing person. The king, inspiration. That's cool. So the reason there's an Elvis in every store is just simply because Elvis inspires Todd. Very cool. I just like that's one thing with Canes. It's the touches. It's the small, very, very, very small things. They have like, disco balls in some of their stores. I was getting my drink. They have I love it. They have a fish. There's above all the bathrooms. At least I've noticed. I think that's where they put them. When you go to Cane's, if you want to look for the bathroom, just find the fish. There's like a fish on the wall. One of the, like you mount the fish on the wall, like the plaque. It's like just a fish, this salmon, and it has to do with his story and his upbringing and how he raised the money to be able to start Canes. It's a great story. He's talking about him now, disco balls. It's just a great story, I think. Canes is a brand that stays true to its roots, and I think we've talked about it. I want to be able to, and this is another one on our list. This is a list. This is technically a check on our list, but it's so simple. The next time I come back here, we're gonna be having the same thing as, the first, the first time, and all the times in between that, where every time I come here, it's gonna be the same thing. It's gonna be chicken, fries, toast, sauce, maybe tea, sweet tea, but a great thing in a game of, everyone's trying to do something different. Everyone's trying to find a new thing. You know, look at see that old picture. You see that old picture of him. You look at the background. The meals are the same. It's the same menu. Maybe they just have new pictures. New layout, new format, but same thing. It's the same thing. So okay. Sorry, I'm like I love listening. I learn a lot listening to these guys. But my whole thing with Canes is I try to also say something I really can take away from the chain. The biggest takeaway from the restaurant, because I've said it. I'm building up this list. You got to find what makes all of these places special, and you got to use eventually. You'll see me using those things for who knows what I'll use it for, but
These are all great, hypothetically, if I it's like if you wanted to start a restaurant of your own, it's like you'd have to know how to make it special. And it's like, well, go around, see what makes all these other places special. And it's like, well, we'll see. I've said it before. I don't want to open a restaurant. I want to be able to help the industry the way it is, and I want to be able to, meet with some of these brands and just be able, again, help what already exists, make things better, be heard. But if I do one day have to pop out and, do it myself if they don't listen, I'm prepared. I want to be prepared. So you look at a place like Cane's, what's the biggest takeaway? Pick something, stick to it, do it well. Just make that eat, sleep, Cane's repeat. They do their thing. A brand, I don't think there's a brand that sticks stays in their own lane better than Raising Cane's chicken fingers. I really don't. I really don't. He just said it. He just said it. He just said my concept is quality, fast food, convenient. It like it's hard for me to even talk right now. Just listening. It's like I'm just listening. You just gather. Feel like I've heard him say some of these things before, but that's one thing I highly recommend with if you are like me and you kind of, you listen to you listen to the founders, the billionaires, the really smart people in the world, listen to them repetitively. If you've seen a Todd Graves interview, turn another one on. You might hear some of the same stuff a lot. You will hear a lot of the same stuff, but it's very important to be a sponge. These are these are all these brands truly. Canes. I'm just using Canes as a exceptional example because they are one. But because I think Todd right now, Todd Graves, the founder, this guy, he's of a dying breed. You don't have a lot of these founders anymore. You have Todd, you had Jimmy John now, but he's not in it anymore. He sold, he got his bag. They've kind of shifted away from, core Jimmy John's principles a little bit. He founded the company on, just we just do, simple, it's kind of like Cane's a little bit, just quick cold subs, we don't toast it, you know. They just stuck to their thing. Now they're kind of trying to do everyone else. They're trying to toast, they're doing it. And it's good, it's not bad, but it's also kind of not Jimmy John's. So these things. I'm gonna see. Look at this. So interesting. They're actually they're in the store. No, the bell not yet. It's gonna take a minute for us to mount that. We're not just gonna mount it immediately, but we eventually will. Talking about the system. And he's like one of the and he's one of the great founders. You see him. He's talking to this guy, and he's watching everything. He's he's he is looking at the line. You see him right now. I have lots of respect for this man. I do. I really do. It's there's not they don't make them like this no more. They don't have them. They don't make them like this no more. They don't make them like Todd Graves anymore, the founders. We need more founders in the fast food space like Todd Graves. But again, even I was skeptical. I said, "Yeah, okay, they're kind of okay. They've been kind of falling off a little bit lately." No, this was a go to a quality location. Like I said, I traveled a few extra miles for the one I went to. It was damn worth it. It was damn worth it. I think again, I would have gotten a good meal at the other one, but I've been to multiple canes in this city now, and from my past experiences, this one's the best. This one's the best for sure. And I know just from sources that the location I went to is it's a hot spot for them. They're in a college, right near a college city. It's booming. And there's a Chick-fil-A right there, in and out across the street. It's bumping. I even got this great photo for you guys. I thought someone would appreciate it. Yeah, look. Cane's, In and Out. You can't see it, but Chick-fil-A's right down there. There's a Five Guys, which actually reminded me, let's do some Five Guys soon. So, there's tons. That's a, that's like quality row. You have the seriously, In and Out, Five Guys on one side, on the same side, and then on the others on the next, on the adjacent side, you have Cane's and Chick-fil-A. The only thing separating the 2 is an El Torito, like, very, just quality. You go to that, you wouldn't the folks kicked me out, and I know where I'd go. Jesus, that's like that is you don't run out of food there. A Five Guys, you gotta Five Guys a treat. Five Guys is so expensive. It's unreal. I need to make a video on this, like an actual video. It's unreal. They have a combo meal right now. I made one just to see what it would hypothetically cost us to do a Five Guys review. It's like 20 fucking $6. What the fuck? What is this? 26 fucking dollars. What the fuck? $26. Pardon me. Sorry, Wendy's. I, what are we doing? What are we doing? I don't Come on. Come on. It's good. It's good. I've had it before, but it's not we can't be serious, man. One thing Braves is great at is getting celebrities to promote Raising Cane's. I want to talk about celebrities. So there are a lot of celebrities that take Raising Cane's. How did that come about? Talking about the marketing of Cane's, one thing I think is really great is you'll turn on, and maybe depending on where you live, maybe I mean it depends on where you live, but you turn on your local news like a lot, here in LA. Raising Cane's, local baseball star, Dodger star doing a Raising Cane's drive-through experience in LA. Cane's, they do a lot of these experiences. They'll get someone to come in. They get great promo with they get great videos with it. It's great content for them, and it does numbers, and they're able to get all these different influencers and different people on their side. Everyone loves Canes. You know, you I see some of the
really big names in, you name it, whatever industry. They're, models, athletes, everything. They're posting pictures from the Kane suite. They're going to the Super Bowl. How are they going to the Super Bowl? Because Kane's invited them. Like it's uh it's a very cool thing. He's just showing pictures with tons of people on the screen. Everyone, Todd, gets to, you know, bring into his store and get a box in their hand, and as a founder, like he loves that. He must absolutely love that. He can get his box combo in the hands of anybody. It's great promo, not just for him, but it's, whatever whoever's doing it. It's quality, meets whoever. It's a great it's like an endorsement almost. It's a great partnership for these celebrities to have. Like, look at a Post Malone showing off. They're showing off the Post Malone partnership right now. They've done a lot with him. Hanes is just they're a different. It's a unique model of fast food. It really is. Jamba Juice and Wing Street. Where where where. That's crazy as shit. That's not around anymore. They closed that. There's no way that's there's no way that's still open. I should be flipping the camera. I'm sorry. I'm like in awe. They're showing like location, like store models, and like special things that they've done. It's like a special Dallas Cowboys themed location in Texas. Just things like that. It's very unique, especially and they're not publicly traded. They're not, it's private. And God bless Todd for, keeping it private, keeping it off the market. People like me would love to get in on this, but it's at such a huge cost to the brand and its quality, and Todd doesn't need it, and he knows that. And again, God bless him because he knows that. That's what I mean. They don't make him like Todd anymore. So very we're very lucky every day that this man wakes up and uh decides to keep doing chicken fingers. If he wakes up one day and he's just like, "Oh, I don't want to do this shit anymore," you will see and any cells and quality it will not be the same Raising Cane's. Even and that's even in a long term. Like, Todd Graves is a very important piece of this brand, and it's like, we're in Raising Cane's. It's a very definitely a great time to experience this brand. So definitely give Raising Cane's a chance if you have one near you. And if you don't let the don't let it get you bummed out. You will. Just be patient, be happy about it. Be excited. It's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be one of the best, most, quality chicken fingers you'll probably have in a long time. And I recommend extra crispy. From tonight moving forward, that's now how I'm gonna order my Raising Cane's. That was so much better than, what I remember.
and I feel like that crispy was, what I remember thinking about it right now, just the chicken, that crispy bite was good. It's a good tender. It's a really good tender. So it was good. This did kind of shock me a little bit. I was just expecting to kind of give you guys my current, just, yeah, things are good, but look at the size of the tender, this and that. I didn't, nothing I saw was very, the tenders were a good size. This was on point, smells great, just everything about it was great. The sweet tea, I finished it on my, I finished it on my way. Everything's on point. You see, I don't know what that is. Hell yeah, I'll be on. You're gonna drive for like 3 hours? Drive? You going somewhere in particular? You're just driving for 3 hours. I don't know if I'll be on this stream. I think I'm gonna hop off here soon. I feel like it's not going too crazy right now, but I think I want to do is I'm gonna go get my drink right now. I'm gonna make it. I'm not gonna finish it though. I'm just gonna take a couple sips, give it a little cheers. I want to sit here. I honestly want to watch this. Like I want to just on my own. I kind of want to watch this. Like I'm learning stuff right now. I feel bad. I'm like, I want to be talking with you guys and like, but sometimes, there's not, I don't always have tons of stuff to do and say, especially with Kane's such a brand, like I can't really, like next time I come on here with Kane's, it's like, what more can I say? I've already said it. I'll probably repeat some of the points I've already made today, but it's like, it's not gonna change. They're not gonna change the product. It's not gonna the only thing that's different, potentially, is the quality, As long as they're as long as that quality, they can stay on top of that, you're just gonna get a great box. So, good on Todd. Good on Raising Cane's. The pride and joy of Baton Rouge. Talking about he was on Shark Tank. Like, he's been doing everything now. I love I love it. I love that one of the most, you know, and he's rising. He's rising in the ranks like Forbes and all this stuff. They just gave him a cover. I love that one of the, most popular, like, everyone's, billionaires this, billionaire that. Everyone hates the billionaires. I love to see, Todd and his story. It's like, this is our guy. If this is fast food, if you're a fast food fan, connoisseur, whatever, this is our guy, man. This is our fucking guy. He has taken this farther than anyone else in this industry has. Like this is very it's very impressive. This is our guy, man. If you're not rooting for this guy, man, you're not really to me, you're not really a fan of fast food. There are some things I think, you look I'm not gonna say it's completely original. If you look into the history of Cane's and like where Todd may have gotten the idea for Cane's, there's actually a place in Louisiana that originated a little before Cane's that serves very identical looking combo meals to Cane's. But I'm very, marketing is one of our stars, or not star. We used to do stars, but that was a long time ago. I'm surprised they said that, but that's one of our pillars. It's one of our focal points in marketing. So it's very he branded it. He did it better than the people that were currently doing it. How a few see, look, there's a that see, that's another one I was gonna say. They said how a few billionaires have mastered the food industry, and it shows a picture of Todd Cankro, the owner of Jersey Mike's. He's another good one, but he just sold it, and now everyone's talking about the quality. That's what I mean. It's like a lot of these guys are selling out, but that's why I mean, like, you really gotta watch. But the one thing with Todd is it's like he already has it, like he's valued at 20 fucking plus $billion. He's had like years to sell it at that valuation. Like, I think if he wanted that money, if he wanted that back, he would have he'd already have sold. And Canes would already be in the dump, in terms of quality. But we just went tonight and we've figured it out. No, no, it is not. They are doing a great job. No, he's like 20 plus now. His net worth has doubled since you last checked. It's funny. I remember when I got to see him. I actually did I say that part of the story? I got to it's very very quick, but I got to I was at that event. He came in as a quick thing, and I got to give him a little bump, a $1 billion dap up. I got very cool. He's That's what I did. I went home. I'm like, how much is this dude worth? Like, cause I wanted to see him. Like, no way I dabbed this guy up. No way I saw it. No way I was like a foot away from this guy. And he's like 200 on like 200th person in the world. Like that shit was crazy. I have a screenshot from that day of what he was ranked that day, and he's only higher now. This is wild. It's cool, man. It's cool. From fast food, from chicken fingers, French fries, Texas toast, sweet tea, good vibes. I love it. It's a great story. I think it's a great story. Again, you might not like Cane's. Is Cane's my favorite chicken? I'm not gonna like come on here and say like, oh, Cane's is my favorite place. It's not my favorite place, but it is. It's just its own thing. Again, it's a chicken finger. A lot of places do them, in the packaging. It's pre-done. They just have to, fry it, and Cane's does it right. They do it. It's a quality chicken finger, and it's like if that's what you're looking for. I don't think there's somewhere. I think Cane's is the place you should be going. If you're a fan of a place like In and Out, just because they do it the right way, they do it quality, they do it, fresh. These things, I feel like Cane's. I've always said Cane's is the In and Out of chicken. That's how I feel about them. So this was good. Whoever was here tonight, thank you guys. This was the whole reason I went tonight is because you guys were voting yesterday. Chipotle obviously won. We went to Chipotle last night, but all you guys were saying Canes, Canes, no, go to Canes. So shit, I'm glad I'm really glad I went to Canes. This was great. I found I re I rediscovered my love for the Canes for the brand. I really did. This was good. I'm gonna go again. One thing I will say too is if you aren't as hungry, I mean, they do have a three-finger combo. We talked about the price of the box being a little high. They do have a three-finger combo. It's actually priced a little lower. That's one thing to note. You can get the taste of Cane's and not, not go crazy on, with the wallet, with the pockets, but that's not super important. Just things to note. If you're getting a box combo, if you want to do what I did, I got you get a box combo, no coleslaw. A lot of people do no slaw, extra toast. But think about it, if I did no slaw, extra toast, and I wanted extra fries, I would have paid 2.99 for the extra fry. But I did no slaw, extra fry, so I only pay 1.49 for the extra toast. That's Come on. That's smart. And I got a good amount of fries. You saw it. They gave me a lot. They actually did give me a lot. That's one thing that surprised me. Where's my picture from the when I got it? Look at that. That was a lot. That's a lot. Spilling over the thing, you know? It's a lot of fries. So you get your extra fries, and then boom, toast. So if you really want to, get the most, bang for your buck at Canes, pay attention to stuff like that. If you're thinking like, if you're getting if you're getting a box, no slaw, extra toast with an extra side of fries, you're paying an extra $1.50 than you'd have to. I'm just making that point. Maybe that doesn't matter to you, but I feel like it should. I feel like it should. So that's really all I have to offer. I should make some shorts about things like that. I should. That would be a good short to make. But yeah, it's such a simple chain. That's what I think is so great about them. What do you guys think? Hopefully you guys enjoy Canes, man. Hopefully this resonated with you. Maybe you haven't had Canes. Hopefully I've inspired you to go give it a shot. Extra crispy. Again, go ask for it extra crispy. Tell him GT sent you. Find fast food. This was good. Very, very, very good. Goku, you missed it, dog. But I liked it. It was good. It was good. It was very good. Passed the test. Gotta rewatch. We're gonna go in the next few days again because we have another free box combo card. So I had two. We used one. So we still have another one. We still have another Kane's review or Kane, not really review, but just a Kane stream up our sleeve. So did the sauce carry? Um, it was really good. It was really good tonight. Um, I'm not gonna say it carried. I'm gonna say the sauce and the quality carried. Quality is a big thing tonight. They showed out. I got them extra crispy. Got extra crispy chicken, extra crispy fries. I think they got more. I don't think the fries were extra crispy. I think the fries were, or maybe they were, but they weren't as perfect as the tenders. So you could hear the tenders. I think so. Go back when I took that bite. Crisp, very, very good. Toast, yeah, it's good toast. But
For now, I'm gonna hop off. Well, am I gonna hop off? No, I'm gonna get my drink.
Man, it's so late at night. Am I really gonna drink this goddamn drink? And you know what? I am. Because one thing I did on purpose is it is late. Ooh. Mm. Yeah, I'm fucking like now I'm just getting in the I'm just watching videos on It's like this is interesting. I'll have some more like research and like interesting points next time. Try to offer some new we're gonna get some Dutch Bros right now. Another one of my favorite brands right now. Talk about a, quality meal. Canes for the food, Dutch Bros for the drink. I feel like you like the eating. I don't know why, but we made a little I make the slider. I'll get the piece of toast and I'll put sauce on it. Then I'll put fries on top of the sauce, and then I'll put a piece of chicken on top, and then I'll fold the toast, and it's like a slider. It's really good. I did not look Trisha up. Not yet. My dog's going crazy with the fucking ice. What the fuck was that? It's a dog. Promise you're joking? Look, I've never had it, so I don't know. But based on what I've had, even if I do try that, it's very hard for me to imagine it being better. So we can just agree to disagree. It smells good though. All the sauce right here is cane sauce. I do have one more. It's just gonna go bad. Should have put it in the fridge, but it was already sitting out too long anyway. That cane sauce. Cane sauce is like 45 cents, I think, for cane sauce. Not bad. How many calories do I have in a day? I mean, it's really not a lot because it's like when you think about the food, I'm gonna have, I had the canes. I'm gonna have this drink right now. I might have a dessert, but I'll kind of watch I try to watch the sugar because I don't need more. I had the sweet tea, think about it. And then I'm gonna have this. It's really all I need. You don't need more than that. That's already a ton. So, like, I'm probably not even gonna eat much more tonight. So, yeah. Glad I could come on here early though. A lot earlier than usual. I want to start trying to find things to do though. I feel like, we need more things to do now that like the music doesn't work. Like it doesn't really, I don't know. I don't think you guys can hear the TV or anything. So we got to find like something to put on or like something to do. I think what it's going to be is it's going to be sports. I'm going to put on the Dodger games. I'm going to put on things like that. Tomorrow actually we're going to the Kings game, but game time's at 4 p.m. That's 7 p.m. for East Coast.
I'm gonna stream a little bit of it. It's just, like tomorrow's a great day. Tomorrow's a great day. So I'll get home from the game around the time that we normally start the games, and then we'll have the whole night tomorrow to do whatever, and that's sick. When I was at Canes, I got a cup of ice. They have pretty good ice. Sports scare you? You get lemonade or Coke? I got sweet tea. I got neither. I don't know if you've tried that. I would recommend it. I would recommend it. Telling all my friends and texting everybody about it. Get the sweet tea. Go get it. Sweet tea is good. It definitely is. You're obviously new. Guy in the chat's obviously new. Someone want to tell bro what's going on here? Let me get back on. God damn. Always kind of difficult to get this cap on with the saran wrap, but it's kind of important that you do, obviously. There we go. That has a lot better of a chance. I guess not. Oh, there we go. There we go. Endo, what up? No, he eats which 5 times a day. Oh yeah, D Pro. Gonna chug that? No, hell no. Chat, what are you talking about? What the fuck? Must have done this before. Again, yeah, you're new, bro. You totally new. You totally new. Welcome. Bye. It was fun. It would suck to be hidden from the fine fast food channel. But it happens. It's happened over like 300 people. Join the club. Cheers. It's a lot of money. Ooh. I'm watching like a chicken video now. I don't know how this came on. What's their opinion on Cane's only having 2 meals on the menu? Again, we were just talking about it. I think we'll have to go back and watch what I was saying, but I just think Cane's is a quality business. Cane's is they're not really focused on like, you're not gonna see like a Korean chicken menu. You're not gonna like get a crazy you're not getting tons, innovations from the test kitchen, you're not getting test items left and right, and like they're just not that kind of brand. They just don't focus on that. They focus on what they're good at, what they're good at. What they're good at is chicken fingers, French fries, Texas toast, sauce, sweet tea, lemonade, all these things, which are, not many things. It's their box combo, they just focus on they stay in their lane. They do what they know they're good at, and it's like they're not trying to do a burger. They're not trying to, do other crazy shit. So it works really well. Dessert. It would be cool, but it's like that's their whole philosophy. It's like if you want a dessert, go to Baskin Robbins, go to 7-Eleven, get a Slurpee. They do chicken fingers. They do that's like their whole, that's Todd Graves. If you watch we were just watching him, that's exactly what he says. We don't do, we don't do milkshakes. We don't do, that's not, it says it in the logo, Raising Cane's chicken fingers, That's their specialty, That's what they do. They do chicken finger combo meals, and it's like, go wherever, get a dessert. We'll see you, see you next time. But I like it, to be honest. I think a lot more concepts, a lot more chains could really, could really learn from that. They're trying to do this, that, and the third, and they're failing. Some of them, McDonald's, they tried to do wings many years ago and they failed. Now all of a sudden they're trying to do wings again, but it's like they've tried it, it failed. I don't know how much different it can go. So just work, you have to do everything. Focus on what you're good at. McDonald's, you go to burgers, just do burgers. You don't have to, you know what I mean? If they're, doing like a, McPizza, or, you know what I mean? Like they've done everything over the years. Canes is just a great example of the opposite of that. Just doing what they do. They're not going to change a thing. They're not going to add anything. Because if they added things, it would affect the way that their business works. It affects they already have a system with their, with their cashiers, with their dining room staff, with everybody who works there. So that's how they do it. And I give them lots of credit because they're firm with that. They're not, they're not going to change that just because, some people want them to. So I give them a lot of credit. A lot of credit. It would be cool. Dessert of some kind would be cool. I think one thing that would be great for them, it's like if you can broker some sort of deal with a bakery and get like Jimmy John's. I used to work at Jimmy John's. You go to Jimmy John's, they have the cookies and they come from, they come frozen. Like they don't do any, they're not making the cookies, you know what I mean? You just put it at the front and you know what I mean? People tell you they want it, you grab it. So like there's room. There is room. There's room for something, but it's like you just kind of have to let time do its thing. Like I think Raising Cane's, for example, Louisiana, you think like maybe they could do like a beignet, but beignet fried, it's just too long. You can't if it's fried, if it takes t if it's something to add to the kitchen, they're not gonna do it. It has to be something that's like, okay, it's packaged, boom, it takes no time at all, boom, just hand off. We could put a bunch of them at the front counter. The customer wants it, boom, just turn around, hand it to them. It's quick. As long as it, can be integrated to the system and barely make a change to the current system, then I feel like they'd love it. But it would be really hard to get them to budge on that. But that's okay. That's totally fine. It's another thing I think Todd also doesn't want to do. He knows like I can probably put a cookie in my store, but it's gonna be the best cookie? No, probably not. Probably just gonna be a cookie. He doesn't want to just have a cookie, he wants quality food, quality chicken finger meals, it's all about the quality. So it's like they will focus on that quality and it's like, all right, we don't need a cookie, go to not Auntie Anne's, go to well, Miss Fields or whatever, like you know, often wear a collared shirt or is it specifically a costume? I've worn this outfit specific like just pretty worn this outfit for like 4 plus years. Hold on. When I go I'm so used to this outfit that I could do like workouts in it. I love this outfit. I love this getup. It's an old picture of me. I'm scrolling through the vault. You can tell this is old.
This is me at McDonald's. I'm wearing the same fucking thing. I'm literally wearing the same thing. I've worn this shit for it's the same shirt. It's the literal same thing. This was taken at least 4 or 5 years ago. The exact same shirt. Like, I'm not gonna hide, like, everyone thinks everything's like a costume or a getup, bruh. When unliked, someone unliked because my clothes. That's fine. Yeah, man, I love this shit. I've gone on bike rides in this before. I don't always wear this. I've kind of gotten in better habits now, and it's like if I know I'm gonna do something kind of nasty, I'll put on like a t-shirt or something. But I hate t-shirts, dude. I fucking hate t-shirts. Love collared shirts. I love long sleeves. Just I don't know. I don't want I don't want my arms out. I don't want, some like V-neck or some shit, like I don't I guess I'm very old-fashioned in that sense. Office worker look. I don't know about that. I don't want to look like I work in an office. I kind of do look like I work in an office. That's not the point. I just like the just prepared, just not walking billboard. Just kind of, like I'm very. I've always been told I'm like you're an old soul. I feel like lots of people hear that, but I feel like I've always kind of really been that for sure. Just I resonate more with I go back and I look at pictures from like the 1950s and like you know some of those times, and it's like they had style, they had class, they were they had a very unique way of doing things. I feel like their style is a lot cooler than ours, but that's a personal opinion. I'm not trying to dress like I'm from the 50s either, because they do a lot of other things that, kind of weird, but, you see things, you pick, you choose, you kind of like, you make things yours. Inspiration. There's just definitely some eras over time that do it a lot better. There's been some people over time that, are great. Like for me, I specifically, there's some people that like over time that I think kind of inspired this look that, not on purpose, but unknowingly they, just me seeing it over time, seeing, different people, different looks, just kind of like stacked them and I kind of made my own out of it. But it's clothes. They're clothes. But that's the thing. They're clothes. Doesn't take. It's really not hard to. It's another reason I wear them. That's why I started wearing them. It's one of the reasons. Gotta be prepared. You gotta be ready. If I were trying to do this channel in a t-shirt and like branded shit, like like Vegas or like whatever the fuck, like UCLA or whatever it would be 10 times harder for me to grow the channel. Australia, what up? Hell yeah. Yeah, it wouldn't it wouldn't mesh nearly as well. Branding in your face. Yeah. Yeah, it is. 100%. They want you to they want you to wear their products, you know what I mean? Like they they want and you notice like McDonald's socks, specific items that they're doing giveaways. They want you to fucking wear it. They want you know what I mean? Like they want the shit to sell out. They want, you know what I mean? They all of these brands are fighting for your attention. And one thing a lot of people don't realize is it's like they're like, "Oh, you see a lot of these people, I want to be famous." Okay, you want to be famous. And you're wearing like Gucci or like I mean that's not a good example because they don't really give out crazy deal. I don't think they give people deals, but like a brand that like they'll wear all this shit. Like why would I come on here wearing a bunch of Raising Cane stuff or McDonald's stuff or anything? One day I want to work with these brands. I want to earn that. One day, if you want to work with if you want to work with brands, if you want to, if they're not ever gonna want to work with me if they know I'll just give it to them for free. I just come on here wearing like canes, everything, like Long John Silver's is like doing really good, and like I'll put on the necklace, like that's different. But it's props, but it's like if I'm like going out every day, like in like a Raising Cane's t-shirt or like doesn't sit with me. Doesn't sit with me. These brands have to earn that. You see it even there's a good clip. I don't like him, personally. I don't like watch all of his content religiously, but there's a good clip of I Show Speed. He's in the store with Akiway, with the food guy in the liquor store. And the guy gives him a bottle of water and he's drinking the water. And the guy's like, yo, yo, what are you doing? He rips the label off the water. He's like, you don't give him that. Don't give the brand that recognition. If they want that, they'll come pay you for that. you know? That's a huge thing nowadays. People are so like, I'll give you a great example. Do you think big sunflower seeds, David sunflower seeds would I kind of did it wrong in this regard. Think they would ever want to work with me? I do it for free. I give them free promo right there. I give them this is free promo for them. This is free promo. That is free promo for that brand. That's what that's what brands send influencers to put in the background of their streams, and I just paid for that. I paid for that. I went out because I love seeds, but that's what I mean. It's like if you want to, you gotta play it smart. You have to. You think McDonald's would ever want to work with me? You think they ever really think to give me a dime when I'm already just giving them that for free? I would love to. I would love to actually like, have a say and like, for them to listen to the content we make, but it's like that's why we have such a better shot with these smaller guys. I feel like I'm making my point. Hunter, how have you been? I'm tired but well. We talked about that. That was yesterday and the day before. Nah, yeah, it's all good. It's on the channel. I'll post it. It's posted up. You can rewatch it. Now I'm just watching chicken war I'm just watching chicken content. It's very interesting. It's interesting. They're talking about the Chick-fil-A. That's the one thing that's weird. Chick-fil-A in a world that's so political, Chick-fil-A is still able to thrive. So politically correct and everything. Never stop eating. Continue to eat throughout your lives. I'm not just gonna eat. I already ate. I'm not eating more. Okay, I don't understand the obsession with watching people eat. Like some people like keep eating. I'm not. No, done. Watch it. Go back. Rewind it. Watch it. I'm done. But that being said, I'm hopping out of here. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Why I'm just watching CNBC and Forbes and all this shit at this point. We're talking. I appreciate everyone coming in here and kind of keeping me going, keeping this fun chat alive. But I need to do some things, edit, really kind of grind these videos. I need to set some, schedule some streams. I need to make a plan. Where are we going to go tomorrow? We have that game. Where are we going to stop after the game? Where are we going to stop before the game, potentially? Are we going to go get something early in the morning? Maybe a quick, breakfast stream of some kind. I ate early today. This was a lot earlier than I normally eat dinner, so who knows? Who knows? I think I may come back on if I
get something for dessert, just something kind of small, kind of come on, chill. But I very well could also just, if I if I put my head down right now, I could easily fall asleep and wake up around 1, 2 o'clock. I know me. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Just stay tuned. Discord, I'm gonna be posting polls. I'm gonna be posting questions. I wanna see your guys' answers. I wanna see, what everybody's thinking, what everybody wants to see. So love you guys. Stay grinding, whatever it is you're working on, working towards. Don't let don't let haters tell you can't do it. Don't let people you don't even know, dictate the things that you want to do. So good to take advice. It's good to listen, but you are the true, it's in your hands. So never forget that. I love you guys. So I always like to do and say thank you so much for watching. I gotta find something. I gotta find something to do. I don't know what it is. We're gonna find something. Like I gotta put like a screen in the background. It's like a big screen with like Instagram reels on it just to like hold attention. I don't know. I feel like these streams are getting not yeah, boring. I'll say boring. I'm just sitting here talking. We gotta find more. We gotta find more to add to these streams. So if anyone has some suggestions, things you want to see, places you want to see me go, suggest it. Anything is this is all welcome. It's all welcome. So love you guys. See you later. Have a great rest of your day.